Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am so excited to be on this journey of your admission to the US with you guys. If this is your first time here, my name is Ayobami Bakare and I am an international student in VCU. So today's lesson, we're going to be talking about lesson 2. So if you've not watched lesson 1, please go back and watch lesson 1. Lesson 1A, B, C, D, go back and watch it. And so, what is lesson 2 going to be about? Lesson 2 is simply the requirements for each school. What does each school require me to do? What are the things that I need to do in each school? How do I know which school is good for me? So that is what we're going to be discussing in lesson 2, guys. So for every single school, they have their requirements. So you have a school. Basically, the things that you need to know as an undergraduate student is like a lot of schools ask for the same thing. Most times it's just few schools that you would have them saying, like, asking for specific things. So one thing you want to do, or one thing I want you guys to be able to achieve on this channel, is apply to schools in the US at no cost to you. So if you're applying to a school and this school is asking you for transcript evaluation as an international undergraduate student, guys, no, the school is already a no. I'm not saying the school is not good. I'm just saying that if you want to apply at no cost to you, you can't be doing evaluation. And yes, there are a lot of schools that do not ask for evaluations. A lot of good schools, a lot of schools with full funding that do not ask for transcript evaluation. And so that is one way to kind of streamline the schools you want to apply to. So if you have a list of schools, you need to go to their website and check, okay, do they need this? What if they need transcript evaluation? Just delete them. Straight delete them, because there are so many other schools that do not require this and would still give you the same amount of funding that you need. All right. So another thing is, a lot of schools, or almost every single school in the United States, uses Common App. Just few schools have their own school application. Which one is better to use in a school that has Common App, QuestBridge, Coalition, and their own application? The best thing to use is the Common application, guys. Why? Because Common application is going to allow you to do one application and apply to 20 schools, which is pretty much the maximum and pretty much what I would, if you want to do Wasabi. Wasabi is basically like you want to go the extra mile when nobody send you message, okay? So if you want to do that, 20 schools is pretty good. 20 schools is enough range for you. But if you're like, okay, I just want to try, 15 schools is fine, okay, guys? So Common App is going to allow you to fill out one application, and it will go to every single school, all of those 15 schools. Once you just add it, bam, like this, right? So I'm going to be linking down my Common application tutorial, but I'm also going to be going through that in this video with you guys. So I'm going to be going through Common App with you guys, and you guys should make sure to stay tuned, because I don't know where I'll put it, maybe in the middle or in the end, or here safe. But anyways, we're going to do Common App together in this video, so bear with me. This video is going to be very long, but it's something that a lot of people have questions about, and something that I want to answer diligently and extensively and thoroughly, and with as much details as possible. So now we've established that you're going to be using Common application. Now there's something called application fee in every school. Some schools do not have application fee at all, and so you're good to go with those schools. But some schools do have application fees, right? Common application, terrible stuff for Common application. Common application basically allows you to apply to all of these schools that have application fee free of charge. Free of charge, guys. Free of charge. So another thing that Common application is going to do, so how do I know what section, what should I answer so that my application is going to be submitted free of charge? Once I get to the Common application section, I will show you guys. Shine your eyes very well as I'm showing you, okay? Right, application fee. Another thing is transcript. A lot of schools in the US are not going to ask you for your WASI results, or whatever country you're coming from. They're not going to ask you for your secondary school leaving result or your high school results. What they need is your transcript for the whole of high school. So if you don't have that, go and start preparing. If you're still in secondary school, then just prepare. Let your school prepare your transcript from your first class or your first year, which is like year 7, GSS 1, first year in high school till the current class that you are. So for someone that is in um if your high school is 6 years, if you're in your fifth year of high school, you know you still have one more year to go, or you're in your sixth year of high school, and you know that by the time you graduate in July, you want to resume in August, right? And so once you do that, once you know that that is the kind of person that you are, or that's the situation you have, your transcript will be from your first year in high school to your fifth year, which is what you have completed. So basically, you are in SS3 or your last year of high school, year 12, first term. That's when you are applying to this school. So if you have not watched my video on dates and deadlines, you need to go and watch it so you can understand why you should apply in first term, or August to December, why you should apply then, and what makes sense and when to apply. Okay, and so in that also, you know now, okay, I know where to end my transcript. If you have graduated, please make sure your transcript ends in the last class or your last year of high school. For some people like me, that we didn't write any school exams in our last year of high school, certainly my transcript is only going to have 5 years. And so I am able to give you guys a transcript format. Disclaimer, this is not from any school. This is just something that I put together because that's what a lot of people's transcripts resemble or look like. So if you would want that, I'm going to put the link to the Google Doc in the description box also for the transcript. So make sure to click that link so you can see what a transcript looks like. But please do not use the format that I put in my transcript format if your school has a transcript format already. You do not have to use my own. Your school can actually just look at it and make their own if that is the first time they will be making a transcript. If your school already has transcript format, please don't carry my own on your school's head. Don't cause problem, don't inconvenience people because you want it to be exactly what my own looks like. It doesn't have to be. Not every single school has the same format of transcript. This is just something for you to work with so that you know what it looks like. All right, so we said transcript, we said common application, we said application fee. Now, what are the other documents? A lot of schools are going to ask you for letters of recommendation. The least you can have is 0. Like, no, the school does not require a letter of recommendation from you. And so all of these things, you will see them on the website. Some schools are going to ask you for just 1 recommender, 2 recommenders, or 3. 3 is the most that a school is going to ask you. And so if you want to be on the safe side, people like us, just kukuma go and meet your school people. Let them write 3 for you. So where do I get my recommendation letters from? Teachers in your school. Okay, if you're someone that is really interested in sports, it's something that you could have your school coach write your recommendation letter for you. You can have your math teacher, your English teacher, whoever. I always tell people to make sure that these people are teaching you core subjects so that you know that you're still doing those core subjects even up to senior school, even up to your last years in high school. Core subjects like math, English, biology if you're not a science student according to Nigerians. But if you're a science student, probably somebody in biology, physics, chemistry. You can have somebody in geography, in history, whatever it is. If you want it to if you want your letters of recommendation to relate to the course you want to come and study, that's not a problem. So if you want to do international relations, you would have the teachers that taught you, like your social sciences, economics, world affairs, geography, religious studies. You would have them write that kind of recommendation letter for you. That is not a must. That is just something that a preference that some people have. Does it give you more advantage? Not really. It just shows that you have sense. Small. It just shows that you are a little bit dedicated and you know that this is the course that I want to do. This is the major that I want to do. But if you don't have that kind of opportunity, or if you do not think that, for some of you that you have already done your common app and you're watching this video, it is not going to spoil your common app. Nothing's going to happen to your common app, okay? We are favored. We are highly favored amongst everybody. We are highly favored, okay? I know that's it. There's a casting down. We are saying there's a lifting up. So it doesn't really matter what whoever writes your recommendation letter. Make sure that the person is a teacher in that school, okay? How do they write the recommendation letter? So the thing is, common app, what you need to do is, if you know that it's going to take a while for your recommendation letter to come in, or for your teachers to even answer you, please make sure that you already get their information. If you are just starting your common app, what you need to get, when I start showing you the common application, you would understand what it means. So basically, you are going to end up you're going to put their names, their emails, their phone numbers, their the name of the school, and their position or title. So some people are like, some people could have like their English teacher as their maybe what else, maybe they are Christian religious studies teacher, something like that. So you just need to put their title teacher. Relationship to you would also be teacher. Okay, so their title will be mathematics teacher or English teacher or economics teacher, whatever you choose to do. All right. So if you're like me, some schools will tell you that if you put more than the number of recommenders they're asking you for, they are not going to look at it. So you need to be careful. That doesn't mean that your application is going to be taken off or anything by going to happen to your application. It just helps a lot to follow instructions that each school gives, because these people are reviewing the whole application. If they say they're not going to read the remaining two when they're asking for just one, why add that? It's just going to make your application bulky, and it's just going to show. If I'm the admission officer, if I say one and I told you that I will not read the remaining two and you still put three, you do not think very well. You are not like looking at what our school needs directly. So that is not something for me to be like, oh, I'm not going to accept these students, right? That's not how it works. Okay, it's just something for me to know that, okay, these students might not necessarily be able to follow simple instruction. Okay, so that's something you need to. For me, when I was doing all of my applications, guys, I have jotter, I have journal. I was writing every single thing down. If you're like me, please do that. But I feel like I hate it there, or everybody's using technology. So you can actually just feel free to use Google Docs, and please make sure to just put all of the information there. So what I did was I had a section for each particular school that I was applying to. What do they need? Have I submitted it? What is going on in this school? I just put updates in there. It was kind of like my journal between me and God. Like, Baba, see where we are. This is what the school is asking. I've done this, I've done that. So you can absolutely do that. Okay? It is you and God. It's your relationship. Okay? So that being said, so we have already talked about common app. I've talked about the application fee. You see, you are not going to pay any money. I've talked about recommendation letter. I've talked about transcripts. What other thing do they ask for? Essays. So many people sent me emails, and in the comment section, like, I should teach an essay class, which we're going to do. Literally, that's the next lesson. Go and carry a book and pen. So we have so many things. I'm going to try and find samples of essays of people like that, like wonderful essays. I'm going to read them. I don't have any bad essay. Nobody should ask me that. If you want me to also proofread your essays, send it to the email in the description box below. And guys, it's only the email that I said for questions and inquiries. That's the email you should email me. If you email me for the email that is set for business purposes and you're asking me admission question, I'm not going to reply you on that email. So don't forward it to my business email, please. Don't spam me. Once I see your email in the educationglobalinc2@gmail.com, which is in the description box below, I will respond. I will get to you, okay? If I don't get to you the same day or the next day, just be calm. Don't resend it. Story, you will be at the back of the line. Hey, again. Okay, so I'm able to proofread it for you guys. All right, so if you want to send in your essays, please send in your essays. One thing to notice, as you are sending your essay, please make sure to put what exactly is that the essay is asking you to write about. Okay, if you just send me essay to proofread or check whether it's okay, I don't know what they're asking you to write about, so I don't know if you answered the question or if you wrote a very good essay. I can just tell you your grammar is wonderful, your adjectives are fine, this is good, I preferred it, there's no grammatical error. But if you do not answer the question in the essay, there's no how I can know. And I cannot know everybody. Some people are writing essays specifically for schools. Some people are writing the general common app essay, and even the general common app essay is not the essay that is not one essay that everybody's going to pick. Everybody has the right to choose. So please include that if you are going to send your email or your essay for me to proofread. Okay, I will get to every single one of you by the grace of God. I have people's time. Okay, another thing that I wanted to mention is some of you feel like your schools might be skeptical about this admission thing. So if you want me to speak with anybody in your school, please also send an email to me, and then we're able to work things out through Zoom. Like I said, I sent out a poll. I'm not sure if you guys even see this. It's like on the community tab. And then I was talking about, like, would you guys prefer me to do just YouTube or do the Zoom or do both? Nobody even chose both, which is so funny. So a lot of people are like, I should do Zoom recordings or meetings with you guys. So If we can get this video to 12 likes, then we will have a Zoom meeting very, very soon. Probably before the end of December, we would have a Zoom meeting if we can get this video to 12 likes, okay? So make sure to, this is why you share with your family members, share with everybody, share with students in your school. It is free, okay? And they're going to do this admission thing free. So you should not go and lie to your parents. Don't go and collecting money for no reason whatsoever. As it is now, this is everything, or those are all the documents that I think you're going to need as an international student to apply to schools in the United States of America. United States of America, right? So if there are more documents, or if there are more things that I think you should include with your common application, definitely I will let you guys know. But you will still need other documents for financial aid. All right, the common app is basically your application to the school. Financial aid is scholarship, okay? So yeah, you are going to, so go and watch the other lesson. So any terminology I'm using, if you did not understand, go back and watch the other video, okay? I'm going to link the videos too in the description box so you can follow up and catch up with this series. So I'm going to try and name them lesson 1, 2, blah blah blah, so that you can follow like that. But if you can't, sorry for you. So guys, I'll see you guys in my next video. Make sure to stay tuned. Yeah, in this video, if it's not too long, I will include the common application and how to do that, and kind of a voiceover for that. The podcast also, make sure to like the lesson 1 so that you can, if we get to 20 likes, then I'm going to start the podcast. The common application, if this video is not too long, I'm going to include it here. If the video is too long, then I'm going to do lesson 2B and do the whole common app, and then lesson 2C would now be the essay section. So definitely look forward to that, and make sure to stay tuned. You're going to get a video every Friday. And if the spirit is willing, you will see like 2 video, 3 video in a week, if the spirit is willing. Okay, bye guys. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to like, make sure to comment, turn on your post notification. I've been telling people, turn it on so you will see every single thing. You will be alerted when I post these things, so that you can ask your questions in a timely manner, not 7 weeks after video. You are just asking. I will respond, but please turn on your post notification. Thank you so much. Bye guys.